I was probably 8. My mother sang in the choir, came from a musical background, and decided to be a good at piano. The instructor was convinced I was the next Liberace. He was a little off on that. My sister actually was. She is a very accomplished pianist, so there was some talent in our family. He just had the wrong person.
So I started taking dance lessons at the age of 2, and I danced for 18 years. I did tap, ballet, modern, lyrical, jazz, hip hop, you know, you name it. It was so fun.
In my home, my sister sang and played the piano. I played a little bit of the piano. My mother listened to opera, so the music was always in our home.
We tried piano and I flunked piano. And then my mother wouldn't give up though, so we went on to art. And I was a sketch artist.
I just found this out today.
My favorite memories as a child were actually hearing my mother and father play music together. My mother was a pianist and my father was a violinist, and I used to hide under the piano.
I started out playing the clarinet, and I just remember the sense when I started understanding how my piece worked, and then I started hearing the other instruments around me, and you got at one moment both kind of a macro and a micro point of view.
I did Glee Club. I'm an alto. I also then learned that I should listen rather than be in the Glee Club or be in the chorus. Audience is much better.
I played the bugle, or I wanted to play the bugle, and they said there's no bugle in band. So I ended up playing the cornet. And I carried that cornet around with me
until we got married.
And then we had to buy books, so I had to sell
We sold it at a garage sale. So it helped finance our education.
Well, I had always loved making art. So from the time I was old enough to hold a crayon or do finger paints, I was always making art.
I danced with a ballet master named Jean Murray out of Boston Ballet.
Having tried to play the trombone in the 10th grade, that was about as close as I ever came to being in music.
I actually got a banjo when I was about 10 years old. Going from the violin to the banjo is a big stretch, but it's an instrument that I actually fell in love with.
For a while I was taking both violin and piano, and eventually around age 10 I think I had to choose between piano or violin because I just couldn't do both of them, and I chose piano.
I played guitar, and friends would teach me. But I couldn't sing, so I only could go so far in guitar. But I still have it. It has a place in my closet.
And it has a place in my heart because when she was playing that guitar, she was sitting on the floor, and I said, "This lady has talent." So I asked her to marry me right then and there.